Welcome back to the channel. Dane Scott from Dane Scott's Truckers Lounge. It's time to get caught up on the old Crackerbox here, and maybe if I have time, I'll show you some mail call and maybe some cab over trucks. You just never know here. Stick around town. This old school trucking episode is made possible by my sponsors, 4 State Trucks, Grand Rock Exhaust Solutions, Lake City Paint, Warehouse 9000, online on Amazon, and also Hammer Down Coffee. So if you want to save some money, look in the links below in the description box and click on the link there. It'll help you save some money and it'll help me too. Welcome back, guys. Before we get started, I want to remind you of this. GMC Jamboree, June 6th, first Saturday every year. It's the first Saturday in June here in Conneaut, Ohio. All trucks pre-1990 are welcome to the show. It's not just a GMC, but we do a little standout for the GMCs. We'll have them all together there. It's kind of like giving the GMC guys their own show, so to speak, but it's for everybody. All makes are welcome, and I expect to see all you there. So we got mail call this week, and I want to give a shout out and a big thank you to George R. True and Son Trucking for the killer calendars that they sent me. I love muscle cars. You guys know that, especially Mustangs. So along with those, they also sent this killer coffee mug. I got mugged by G.R. True and Son Trucking. These guys are up in Maine, Chelsea, Maine. Thank you so much, because we do drink lots of coffee around here. And what's this? All right. Nice. And a hat. I appreciate it. What else we got in here? Some more goodies. All righty. There's some magnets for the old Frigidator. Awesome. All right. George and Son Trucking, I appreciate it. Also this week, we got from 4 states, the reflectors that I ordered for the Crackerbox. That's where that's going to go, brand new. Those are nasty and rusted. We want to have nice ones on there. So here's the final result. We've got the passenger side exhaust all done. Got the shield on there. The new mufflers that have been modified. So I think that looks pretty good. That's what you'd expect to see on an old school truck. Now I got to move to the driver's side and get to work on there, but I may have to wait because I got to move the truck this way. So I will catch you up on what we've been doing back here. So we've got some live wiring, and it's pretty good coming back here actually. A good snake run of heavy duty cable, and we've got power back here. I already checked and confirmed that. There are breakers back here, which I'm not really sure why you would need breakers to run to the taillights, but who am I? Anyways, so that's a good box there and everything. We're going to run new wires, of course, the cable. But the cool thing is, well, I had to work on this to get this the way it looks, and it's still kind of, weavy. But this bad boy was bent way out. And that took a little sledgehammer action. And of course, I got my finger caught between the handle and the frame. It could have been a lot worse, but that's just the way it goes when you're using big tools at the Truckers Lounge. So we got that straightened out. This was all bent up. I got that down, but I probably will straighten that out just a little bit better. We'll get that flat. But I'm very happy with where I got it. And thank you to 4 States for sending me these awesome, beautiful new tail lights, because we want old school. We do not want, the modern trucks will use something like this, and they're cool, but I don't want that on my Crackerbox. We want period correct. So there's some killer lights, and the neat thing is that after I straighten these mangled brackets, that were already on here, it turns out that they are drilled exactly for these kind of lights. So it was just plug and play. So Mr. Wizard will get here and we'll do some wiring, fix up the wiring back here and get those going. And also, we've been missing this torque arm from the beginning. Somebody decided they wanted to help themselves. So again, 4 states stepped up to the plate and they sent me an adjustable torque arm, and I believe it's 23.5 inches outside adjustment, and I need 23, so it should work out just perfect. And of course they also sent the goodie box of all of the adapters, bolts, bushings, and everything that's needed when you add torque arms. Never mind the tools. I know it's messy, but that's the way things happen here. Things get messy when you're working on old trucks, especially when you your concentration kind of goes like ADHD type of thing. Yeah, I get distracted easy. But anyways, thank you 4 states. I appreciate it. And also, I think I told you last week, Grand Rock got me some more exhaust for the top half there, because I changed my mind from wherever it is. I had 18-inch turnouts there, and they were Grand Rock, but 4 states sent me those, and then I decided those aren't tall enough. I need like 3 feet. So my buddy Josh at Grand Rock stepped up to the plate. And speaking of which, I'm going to show you a little bit of a sit-down interview we did with Josh and with Aaron from Grand Rock Exhaust Solutions here recently. Josh is the marketing relations director, and Aaron is in charge of the media. And so Josh wanted to let us know that Grand Rock now owns their own chrome facility. It used to be that they'd have to send all of their products out to be chromed and then wait on their schedule, of course, and then get the products back. Well, now Grand Rock owns the chroming facility, so they do all their own work, right from the manufacture of the product right through the chroming process, so they have better control, and things will get quicker to you. And we also talked about, of course, upcoming mats is at the end of this month, March. Today's March 1st, and they'll be at the Mats show. So Grand Rock will have a booth there, and they'll have all their products, and you can ask them all the questions you want. Not sure if I'm going to be there yet or not. I'm trying to work it out, but we'll see. So anyways, here's a little excerpt from Josh and Aaron.
The slip fit process is what?
So basically, the slip fit process is when you take a lot of the consumers will know this, especially like when you start visiting some of the. I know you're going to be going to GBATs probably in the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know you've seen them elsewhere, but basically what it is it's a fitment system that takes the OD of a pipe, undersizes it just enough to slide into the OD bottom of another pipe. So a lot of times you'll see this as a picket style elbow or an OE style elbow that slides into what they call a spool pipe. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what connects it to your top stack.
Okay.
So combined, what that does is when you put it all nicely together, it gives this nice seamless look. And then when you put that nice 3-inch beefy looking clamp that goes around it, that mounting bracket clamp,
right?
And the average guy walking down the street is going to say, "Oh wow, those are really really big stacks."
Yeah.
Not realizing that it's actually a 2 or 3 piece setup.
Right.
Based off of what they're going for, and the benefit of it is shipping.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lower cost to ship it to you. If you order it,
sure.
you don't have to worry about it getting dented or damaged as much as you would like a 10-foot or an 8-foot stack, 9-foot stack.
Yeah.
And the slip fits are nice. Ours are honed in so much so that our dealers and distributors who actually purchase these and actually install them have told us that it's some of the best fitting product that they've had over the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
So we really hang our head on that, and it's always part of Grand Rock's motivation. We're always looking at how do we improve the products, whether it's longevity, the finish, or in this particular case the fitment. We take a lot of pride and take the time necessary, and it might be something that takes 2 months, it might be something that takes 3 years.
Right.
But we're constantly working on that to improve fitment.
It's kind of amazing how all that,
the simple mind like mine would say, a pipe is a pipe. Is a pipe is a pipe.
Yeah.
There's a little more to it than that, huh?
Just a
The
smidge.
Chrome facility.
Yes.
Do you have any plans to move it closer, or is there any plans in that regard, or is it pretty much serving a good purpose where it's at?
No, actually, what's going to happen is more than likely we'll move some manufacturing to that facility.
Okay.
So what that's going to do is it's going to cut out some additional lead time. The facility has a lot of space. There's a lot of buildings there that we can renovate and turn into smaller manufacturing and fabrication areas. And all what that's going to do is, again, it's just going to cut down lead time. So now not only will we have a spot where we're located,
you're expanding out as opposed
we'll have
to
a spot out there.
Yeah, my thinking was that you're bringing it in all into one.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, there's laws and regulations when you move, like, chroming facilities. Like right now, it's grandfathered in, so all the EPA laws and stuff were grandfathered under. If we were to uproot that and bring it to where we're at, we'd be subject to current stuff.
Yeah.
And not that there's anything wrong with what's going on currently where it's at. It's just why open up that Pandora's box if you don't have
Very
to.
good. Yeah. So what do you guys got going for match? What are you doing down there this year?
Grand Rock will be there once again. We've been going forever. I've been at Grand Rock for 23 years now, and it's been. We've gone pretty much every single year that I've been there, with maybe a handful of years, COVID, a couple little things like that when they didn't have the truck show. Well, Grand Rock will be there, booth 11036. Can't miss us. We're in the north wing. If you're walking down there, you'll see us. You'll see the big chrome display like you saw at the facility. Right. We have one that we take with us to the shows. We're just looking forward to being there and meeting or not meeting, but seeing our dealers and distributors that are always there. It's always a good time when you can talk to Brian Martin at Forest State and the guys over at Rainey's. We'll be there for that. And plus, it's always fun walking through the truck show. That's a beautiful truck show, because not only do they have all these nice, bobtails, but then they have the trucks with the trailers, and those things are just.
I think they've their Friday nights are a big night outside there with everybody parked outside, and of course with the trailers and all the lights and the light show. What has anything kind of changed over the years for you guys that you've noticed, say in the industry for your products at all?
The nice thing about that particular show is the consumer gets to go and actually talk to the manufacturers that are there. And it's really a learning ground for us. Like when I talk to some of these consumers and they say, hey, this or this would be really cool, it's a pain point, I take that back. I go to the engineering, we go to the management team and say, hey, we had several consumers talk about this particular product causes them problems. What can we do for that continual improvement? Hence, we talked about the slip fit. When they say, hey, we have a problem with this fitting, whether it's our product or somebody else's product, okay, we hear you. We're going to go back and we're going to do what we need to do to fix that pain point. Because the last thing the thing that we want to have happen is when the customer talks to you, we hear you and we can fix that problem for you. And you buy the product and it goes together without a single hitch, you're going to come back again, or you're going to tell your friend, hey, you want to go to Grand Rock. Grand Rock Chrome, best quality, best looking chrome, and the fitment, chef's kiss.
Yep. And if you guys saw the previous video we did of the tour last fall, if you didn't, just go back. I think it was around October or September, sometime in there. You guys showed us a fitting that you had custom made for a company to solve their problem. Actually, a custom made part, and you made however many quantity of them for them and solve their problem.
It was a solution based product. The customer had an issue with a pipe that kept breaking, and one of the first things that we saw when we looked at the truck was the unevenness of the bellow and the degree of angle, and we said, hey, your pipe's too low. We'll bring that up and give you a better bellow. And I'm happy to report that pipe, that first prototype, is still on the truck. It still hasn't broken. It's been over 18 months.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, normally a layman like me would think, they're not gonna make a special, of course I would have to have probably a company and a little more resources than what I have, but that's cool. You wouldn't expect that from a company. You just say, well, someday maybe they'll come out with it, maybe they'll fix this problem.
Well, that's one nice thing about, being the manufacturing facility that we are. We're large enough to carry, small enough to deliver, or whatever our saying is now. But I mean, we have so many slogans that we tell folks that, and it's true. It really is true. Like if somebody calls up, it doesn't matter if it's you, Dane, saying, hey, I got the Crackerbox here. I need this part. I can't find it anywhere. If you can give me that sample, we'll help you find that solution. Or if you give us a drawing, we'll help you figure out that solution, and we can do that. We have that capability. So, and we really value the consumers, you know, and we want to make sure that we are providing them everything that we can. If we can do it, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and if it's we don't like to say no if we can avoid
Well,
it.
that's why you guys are growing and the success that you are. That's obviously the right attitude
The
to
best
have.
thing to do is jump on our social medias and follow us on social media. You know, we've got Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram. Aaron here, he's in charge of like a lot
He
of
the
our
man.
posts. He's the man when it comes to
He's
getting
the
that
media
stuff
man.
posted. Yeah, he makes sure all that stuff's posted. You know, we're on TikTok. We got some TikTok stuff that's on there, and as we grow, you know, obviously we're going to be doing a lot more stuff with the marketing side of things and on social media. So yeah, make sure you find us on Facebook, Instagram. If you got a business page, make sure you follow us on LinkedIn. All that fun stuff, and then obviously the fun stuff is on TikTok. That's where we get a little goofy, have a little bit of fun.
Right.
So,
Yep. So all right. Well, hey, it was always a pleasure,
Oh,
Josh. Always a pleasure with
Yes,
Aaron
always.
here, and I think we need a few more donuts and a little more Java.
Yes.
Thank you.